All right, we are once again live on our backup channel. We'll get started as close to the top of the hour as possible. So get your questions and comments in. Put them in a live chat. Put at the Yankee Gearhead in front of them if you want me to see them. Email shootingleftofcenter@gmail.com. Or if you want to help support the channel, which is desperately needed right now. I did not anticipate how badly this was going to hurt us. Well, I mean, I knew we would lose some money because we can't get on our regular channel. But, you know, regular videos don't make much money. So I didn't think, well, I'll lose what I lose in regular videos. But also, I knew I'd lose whatever I lost in super chats, but I thought we'd make it up over here, but we haven't really. And it's kind of like a cascade effect. Just because that video that, say I put up a video today and it gets 10,000 views. Well, I may only make $2 off of it, but the people who watch that video watch another video and then watch another video. And then they show up at the live chat and then maybe they buy merch. So it really has a bigger effect than I had planned. It snowballs. But feel free, everybody, get your questions and comments in now. Like I said, live chat, email, or if you want to do a super chat, you can't do it through YouTube right now because, like I said, we're on our backup channel. But you can go to that link right there, the super chat and giveaway links that takes you to my website. You can go over to my website and as you can see right here, you go over there, and at the top, there's a place where you can do a super chat. That'll also get you entries into the ammo can drawing. You can get entries into the custom grip drawing. You can get entries into the ammo can without asking a question. You can become a Subscribe Star member, Patreon member, or you can go buy merchandise and get a 10% discount and get entries to win a Hollow Sun, the EPS carry. So going over the GR2, the 2-inch 2 MOA green dot. So go over, get yourself some merch and get entered into that. Or if you don't want to buy merch, you can just donate directly to Pets and Vets and get entered into the Hollow Sun giveaway. We were doing really well on the Hollow Sun giveaway. After like the first 3 days, we were 2/3 of the way there, but then it just kind of died. So hopefully that'll pick back up. But feel free to get your questions, comments in. We'll get started as close to the top of the hour as possible. Then go get your entries into the Hollow Sun giveaway so we can give that thing away. Hair in my mouth. I want to work on a design real quick because someone requested it. And if they're actually going to buy the stuff they request, then it's worth it. If they don't, I'm going to be pissed because this is a lot of work. Where was I? Oh, Canva. Boom, 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 boom. Where's the kitty drawing? I need the kitty. And I gotta find the uploads. Where's the kitty? It is right there. Exactly what I needed. do that. I want to. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I got distracted. We'll get started as close to the top of the hour. Once we get questions and comments going, we got nothing so far. Not a thing. So hopefully we'll get something in soon. Let's download. I'm hoping he actually orders these because it's a lot of work. Edgar Cortez just made a donation to the Pets and Vets Fund. He will get entered into the Hollow Sun drawing. Well, more entries into the Hollow Sun drawing. Where is he on here? Edgar Cortez. Get your questions and your comments in. We don't really have any questions or comments at all yet. There's not even anything in the live chat. There's nobody talking. There's only 30 people here right now, though. So we might not get enough. We'll probably do like a chat anyway, but you know, it just won't be much of a chat. And since these are very, we call it informal on this backup channel, it don't really matter that much. I can just sit here and stall. Well, it's not like it's ever not informal, but this don't matter. Let's just say that this don't matter. Get this picture opened and get it finished being deleted or edited. There we go. Oh shit, I didn't hit the, here, I gotta do this again. Share, download, transparent background, download. Okay, there we go. Get the right one. I don't think I did. Nope, I didn't. This one. So close that. Get your questions and comments in. We'll get started as soon as we can. Why is it not? Hold on, this is not working. Let's just delete all those. Let's this share, download, transparent background, download. All right, let's see. Graphic converter, file open. There, we got it. There's a transparent background now. I can go through here. Select all this. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. If he orders everything he said he wanted, this would be like $40 for the Pets and Vets program. I'll go to a little work for $40. I'm proud. Fix some stuff. All right, let's go here. Line. Let's go down here and fill this in. That ain't right. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Oops. Is that all of them? Yes, okay, I think that's got it all cleaned up. Control A. Boom. Oops, shit. This double clicking on this mouse is getting old. But not old enough that I'm going to go out and buy a new mouse yet. Save as. Save as PNG. Oop. All right, get your questions and comments in. We don't really got anything yet, so get them in. Nobody's even talking in the live chat. I'll probably go ahead and start at 6. And it probably won't go long because I need to get on the treadmill after this, so I might try to get out of here early. So we'll go ahead and start at 6 o'clock, and then as long as we go to like 10, 15 after, I've done a half hour, so it counts as not missing a day of chats. That's a question that nobody wants answered right now. That's a depressing question. Um, well, the hemorrhaging seems to have slowed on losing paid supporters. I only lost one in the last 24 hours, but not so much on losing the subscribers. That's where we're really going to be paying the price in the long run, is all the subscribers we're losing while we're suspended. Let's see, how many did we lose today or yesterday? It won't tell me today yet, but it might have yesterday's up for subscribers. I mean, 87 cents yesterday on YouTube. The views have fallen down to next to nothing. Like over the last 2 days, I've gotten nothing. What is it? My last 2 days? How much views was? Oh, we've got 12,000 views over 2 days. So people, when you're not going live and you're not getting people's attention, they don't watch your videos. So what really is going to be hard is, like I said, the bleeding had slowed on losing paid subscribers, but we've been losing like 110 viewers a day average since they suspended me. Now we lost 200 yesterday, 203. That's what's going to hurt us in the long run. Those are people that we're actually watching, or else they wouldn't notice that we're not doing anything. So that's a huge chunk of my audience is going to be gone by the time I come back. And talk about fair weather fuckers. Oh, you ain't produced nothing in a week, so I'm going to fucking unsub. Or some of them, when they saw that I'd been suspended, they unsubbed and canceled their support. I'm like, good God, what a bunch of fair weather Nancy's. Bum, bum, bum. Do. Bum. Bridget said, got the knife and the other stuff you sent. Thank you. Good. I'm glad it made it. We still don't got much in the way of Edgar Cortez, the only person that's asked a question so far. Charles Schwab just sent me an email. I don't know how to get in my Charles Schwab account. So ain't nothing I can do about that, whatever they say, because I don't know how to get in it. All right, it's 6 o'clock. We're going to start. I don't really have any questions, so this will be over with fast. But we're going to go ahead and start, and then maybe I'll get out of here and go get on the treadmill. All right, we'll get started. Oops, let me take that down. I still got that up there. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another day of the Yankees Banned from YouTube podcast. which really isn't a podcast. It's more just a live chat, but we call it a podcast. But as long as we're banned on YouTube, we'll be over here doing this. This is day 7 out of a 90-day suspension. But like I said, still got an appeal out there, so keep our fingers crossed on one of the appeals. Like I said, just very informal since and I don't think anybody's here today or asking any questions. We've only had one person asking questions today, so this is probably going to be over with really quick. So we'll go ahead and just get started. We haven't had any merchandise sold, so we don't have to do that. We don't have to read that. Well, don't have to. You don't get to read that. Let me make sure nothing sold since I was in here earlier today. Orders. No, we got nothing today. So let's go ahead and I'll just answer the couple of questions we got from Edgar Cortez, and then we'll see where we're at. What do you know about the Hellcat in 380? I know it's a Springfield Armory, and I know it's in 380. I ain't opening my soda today. We ain't gonna be here long enough. I know it's a Hellcat. I know it's in 380. That's about all I know about it. They're supposedly a good little gun. I would go with the P365 over it any day of the week, but some people like them. I don't like Springfield. I won't buy anything from Springfield. Edgar Cortez also said, during Vietnam, the first M16s had a lot of problems until the barrels were lined with a chrome coating. Is this still the case with AR-15s? Well, it depends on the circumstances. If it was under similar circumstances to what they were under in Vietnam, where they were being fired a lot in hostile environments, weather-wise, water-wise, etc., then it helps. But in a civilian use, it's always going to make the barrel more durable. But civilian use, you're probably never going to shoot enough rounds at one time or even over the lifetime of the gun that it'll make much of a difference. And since barrels really aren't all that expensive these days, it probably ain't going to make much of a difference, at least not monetarily. But it isn't necessary. I mean, it's always a good feature, but is it worth the money for civilian use? Probably not. Unless, of course, you just like, I want the best, kind of a person. Other than that, no, I don't think it's necessary. Johnny Mandrick actually asked the question. Says, free Yankee, do Bigfoots dress up for Halloween? Well, no, they don't have to. They can mingle out in Halloween. People just think they're a very tall adult dressed as Bigfoot. So they can go out and be seen more, but they don't need to dress up. I mean, where are they going to get costumes in their size? Have you ever, as a full-size grown adult, try to get one of them one-size-fits-all Halloween costumes? They don't even fit you if you're over 5'10", much less if you're a Bigfoot. So, yeah, they'd have to come together with their own costumes. And that's going to require going thrift storing, probably. And they can't go thrift storing every day, any day of the week, other than Halloween. So there would just be a bunch of hastily thrown together costumes at the last minute, and that's not worth it. I read that already about the Vietnam. Just send a gift to POV. How is the fun going this month? Doing this month? Not good. We were doing really bad. I really underestimated how badly this suspension would hurt us. We are severely down on earnings. This month we had like a $600 and something shortfall. Next month the shortfall I'm estimating right now is probably going to be around $1,000. And that's right now. If we go the full 90-day suspension, we're probably done. There's just probably no way around it. There's no way I'll be able to continue doing it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I said, keep your fingers crossed for our appeal on our second strike. We will see. Can't appeal the first one because I deleted the video, which makes no sense because you think that's what they want you to do is, you think deleting the video would be like what they wanted you to do. They told you that video, we don't like it. We don't want it on here. So You take it down, you think they'd be like, well, thank you. But no, they're like, well, now you can't appeal it because you took it down. I'm like, but you can still see it, right? And you can still see that it didn't violate any policies, but they don't care. It's not about following the rules. It's about punishing you is what it's about. So, because they don't care about the rules. Oh, by the way, speaking of rules, if you're signed up for the patches for the K9 unit patch, look at here, we got the sergeant one in, and it is nice. This one will be going out soon to the people that are signed up as K9 unit supporters. If you're not signed up as a K9 unit supporter and you want all three, the corporal, the sergeant, and the captain, go get signed up. I'll be sending these out ASAP. And if you were signed up and you stayed the number of months you need to stay to get, I think it's 6 months you need to, no, is it 3 months maybe? 3 months you need to stay a member to get it. If you've done that, but then you've changed it since then, remind me and I'll send you your, because you won't be on the list anymore. But if you remind me, I'll send you, I can look back into the records and send you a patch. And don't send me an email, John Heasley. I already know you were. But you'll send me an email asking. All right, I think that is it. Is that all the super chats? Yep, that's all the chats. Oh, the brackets came for Caden's hood. Let me see if there's anything over here live chat wise. I might not even do the live chat tonight. Let's see. We'll do a little bit of live chat. I'm anxious to get out here and put those hood strips on. I started getting all my knives together. So far, I have 17 name brand knives. I also found a streamlight for my shotgun too. Well, that's always good. I thought I had scope mounts for this scope. Desktop. Well, I don't know. There aren't even any questions really here. Before you shit all over everyone that shows as unsubbed, remember that the YouTube screws you over by unsubbing your subscribers. Yeah, but then I can't see those ones unsubbing. I can see these ones unsubbing. If you do it yourself, I can see you did it, and I can see where you did it at. Like, did you do it from a specific video? Did you do it from my homepage, etc.? I can see that. If YouTube takes them off, they don't show up on any of those lists. Your number just goes down. I can see these people leaving. Hop put out a video today about silencers on pistols. I don't know who the fuck Hop is. To perhaps answer the question from the other day. His opinion was that the open slide of the 92 allows extra debris to come back. I've never seen any evidence to support that. So I'd have to see evidence of that. And it wouldn't be that hard to make evidence, make some sort of little shield thing to put on your gun and fire with suppressor and see if there's any damage to the paper. Do you think the Bigfoot should practice safe sex to keep the population down so they lower the chances of being found? Well, I don't think they reproduce that quickly. So I don't think they have to worry about it. I don't think that they have like litters of babies or anything. In fact, I think nowadays with the millennial Bigfoots and the Gen X, Gen Z Bigfoots or whatever they are, I don't think they're having that many kids because, prices are just so high. So I don't think I think probably, if anything else, they're having a problem with low population counts. Did you see the story that a guy at a gun range didn't know if there was still bullets in his gun? Range officer was one stall over with another shooter. That's a story. Someone didn't know if there were still bullets, if their gun was still loaded. Like what they sat down and go, I don't know if there's still bullets in that or not. Did they do something stupid? Because it doesn't seem like a story. Doesn't even seem like an anecdote. It seems like it might be the beginning of an anecdote, but it definitely doesn't seem like another thing. Let's keep reading. It says, did you see the story that a guy at a gun range didn't know if there were still bolts in his gun. Range officer was one stall over with another shooter. I read all of it. That doesn't sound like a story. So that was our last question today. I don't think there's anything else coming in via email. I'm gonna make sure. Not seeing anything, but my email is acting slow. Sean Bain said, saw another poll on WCW and WA group. Did Arn Anderson deserve a big singles push? Well, yeah, I like Arn Anderson. He was a good little worker. He had a good persona, so I didn't mind Arn Anderson. And he seemed like someone that could beat you up. Most of the guys these days don't seem like somebody that could beat you up. That's one of the things that bothers them. I watch these like, Young Bucks and all their brethren, and I'm like, when I was in my prime, I could have beat the shit out of you. Wouldn't have even been hard. So I find it hard to believe that they're professional fighters. Right under that. There's nothing under that. Right under that, it says keep reading. That's all it says, is keep reading. Do you use a site installation tool or just a punch to install sites? I've marred a couple with a brass punch and thinking of getting one. I have them. I use them every now and then, but I'd say probably 60% of the time, I just use a punch, unless they're difficult. But if they're difficult, I'll use the tool. But I found that it's too easy. It's easier to damage your fucking slides and stuff with the tools if you aren't careful than it is with a punch. So I'll just use a punch if I can. But that looks like that's it for questions tonight. Let me make sure I got all the emails. The only person who did Johnny Mandrick did one too. Edgar Cortez and Johnny Mandrick. Why are all these open? All these windows. I need to close some of these. Man in a big cat enclosure. Yankee, I wish the zookeepers would allow natural selection to deal with people who climb into the big cat exposures. Is he up somewhere? Can they get up there? I don't think they can actually get up there, can they? Because if they could, they'd just hop that fence. So is he really in a dangerous area? Although he shouldn't be there, but here's the picture. I'll share the window, boom. Yeah, it says right there, man climbs fence into big cat area at St. Louis Zoo. Looks to me like, is that a place they can get to? Because if it was, they could just jump right over this fence right here and eat people. So I don't know what's going on here. How was your Starlink support experience? Bad. Very bad. I don't know if I told y'all, but turned out Starlink had been double billing me on one of my lines since November. I caught it the other day. Called them back. They said, "Oh yeah, we double billed you $1,200 and something dollars." So they said, we'll have I can't do this because it's too much money, but I'll have my upper ups contact you and blah, 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 take care of this. Well, they contact me today, and all they do is they first start doing a spiel how it's my fault that I've been charged $20. Did you never check your invoices? Did you never go on the app and check your billing account? I'm like, I don't check that stuff. Why would I need to? Can I not trust you to bill me properly? And I was like, you're just trying to make it sound like it's my fault that I've been double billed and that you're not going to give me any of the money. So I was like, so either give me a refund or I'm just going to contact the attorney general. And she's like, well, we can't, blah, blah, blah. Did you not, do you have access to the app? I was like, quit trying to make it my fault. Transfer me to your supervisor. I was like, I'm going to file a complaint with the attorney general. Well, I was actually filling out the paperwork to file the complaint with the attorney general. And she eventually comes back after like 10, 15 minutes and goes, well, would you like to still hold? She said, what I can do is I can give you a refund for 6 months and then give you 4 months credit on your bill, which is like getting the money back. But I was like, well, what if I cancel before 4 months? Because if we get fiber optic here, I'm canceling that day. But at least I got 6 months back and 4 months worth of credit on my account. So they're giving me like $800 back and then crediting like $400 to my account. So they've been overcharging me for a long time. Remember when they had to replace my satellite and my router? My router went out and my satellite went out. And ever since they did that, they kept charging me on an old line for the old service and the new line too. So it was a pain in the ass. Starlink, which gives you the worst internet service you've ever had, has been double billing you. Oh, it's not the worst we've ever had. You got to remember, before I had Starlink, I had Viasat. And before that, I had Usenet. Those are the worst I've ever had. Viasat and Usenet, they are awful, especially Usenet. Because Usenet was like, oh, you can get up to 10 megabytes down and 1 megabyte up. But as soon as you watch like 2 videos, we're taking away all your service and slowing you down to slower than dial-up speeds. Viasat wasn't much better, but they would allow you to buy more data. Like if you ran out of data on like the 10th, you could go in and buy chunks of data so you could still have reasonable speed. But it was never real fast, but it was expensive and it was slow and it was awful. Starlink was a blessing when it came, and it still is. If I look back at how bad the service used to be, remember how I used to have to do it on a hardwired copper wire service? That was, the video was blurry because of it. We're still better than that, but it's not good. I'd rather it be good, but there's not really a chance. Mike said that the guy at the range looked down the barrel and ended himself, shot through his mouth. Well, why would you pull the trigger and look down the barrel? If you don't know if there's ammo in it, still just keep it pointed down range and pull the trigger. Sounds like that guy was retarded. Many years ago, 2 idiots from California, a week apart, climbed the fence at Anchorage Zoo and got injured by a polar bear. Oh, from California. I'm like, well, there's no Anchorage Zoo in California. 2 idiots from California, not in California. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, I think we are all caught up. That's it for the questions. Time is it? 6:19. I'll sit here till 6:30 and see if any questions come in, and then I'm going to go get on the treadmill. So let's see if there's anything over here. Oh, I'm on Top Chat. I'm not on live chat. Maybe that's why I couldn't see Mikey D's. Let me see if I can see it now. Oh, so he looks down the barrel and it went off shooting himself in the mouth. Okay, now I can see it. See, I couldn't see it when it was on Top Cat. Not seeing any questions come in. I'll do the spiel real quick. That gives me something to do for a minute. Share screen, window. All right, let's do this spiel. And if any questions come in during, we'll answer them. Let's see. Have you heard of any people climbing into the enclosures at your local zoo? No, I haven't. Maybe just not as many retards around here. Although I know there are some. I just don't. Maybe they don't go to the zoo. But all right, let's do a. Hey, everybody, Yankee here. If you want to help support our channel, especially while we're suspended by YouTube through no fault of our own that I can tell, other than the fact that we say things they don't like. If you want to help support the channel, specifically support the Pets and Vets program during this time, please go over my website, tympistolproject.com, and either do super chats during the live chat, which you can do in that top link in the upper left corner, or get entries into the custom grip giveaway. By clicking that link there, there's a bunch of stuff, grips that are still available. Other ways you can get entries are, also you can become a TYMP subscriber through Subscribestar or Patreon through links over there. You can also get links. I fucked this all up. I got all off track. Hold on. Let's try this one more time. I don't know why I'm doing it. Ain't no one going to see this. And the people that are going to go buy stuff have already done it because we ain't had sales in days. Like 3 days since we had a sale. Let's see. I've got someone asking me to make special stuff. Oh, I'll see if they actually buy it. A silly question. When crimes are committed, can ballistics point to the type of gun used in the crime or only the caliber? What are they asking? Oh, you mean like, well, yeah, they can tell all kinds of things about by what a bullet has on it, the rifling marks, etc. It's not like they do on television. It's not like, oh, this was fired from, this gun serial number, blah, blah, blah. Had 7 rounds left in the magazine. And it's not that stuff. But yes, there's all kinds of information they can gather. Caliber's the most conclusive when they get. And then they start looking at things like, rifling marks on the bullet and all this other stuff and say like, okay, well, this matches this gun. And it doesn't tell them like what gun was used. Like I said, they can't say, oh, it was like a 1979 Walther PPK. No, it doesn't do that. Or see that in movies and stuff. But they can take that bullet that they recover, and if they find someone they suspect and that person has a gun, they can say, okay, that gun is this caliber. And then they can go, okay, yes, that gun would make these specific rifling marks on the bullet, etc. And if there's like a defect in the barrel, they can be like, oh, well, that defect in the barrel shows on this bullet, stuff like that. But no, it doesn't just like tell them what gun was used or anything like that. That's like the zoom and enhance. It doesn't really exist. Let's see here. Let's do the spiel real quick. Hey, everybody. Yankee here. As you know, we are suspended on YouTube. We have to use our backup channel. And right now, more than ever, we need support for the Pets and Vets program. It isn't going to survive the suspension if we don't get extra support. So if you want to support the channel, go on over to tympistolproject.com. You can do live chats and get entries into the ammo can drawing. You can get entries into the custom grip giveaway, which there are multiple custom grips still available over there. Plus, I do make special order ones. You can do things like join Subscribestar or Patreon. You can even get links into the entries into the ammo can drawing with a link here where you don't have to ask questions. And most importantly, right now, if you want to support the Pets and Vets program, you can use the links over here to go to my store. Click here to visit my Shopify store, and you'll get 10% off of anything you order over there using the code Yankees Big 10. Also, you'll get entries into a drawing for a Hollow Sun EPS Carry GR2. That's the 2 MOA green dot. So if you want to get entered into that, go on over, buy some merch, and get entered. All the details are there on the website. If you want to donate directly to Pets and Vets without having to buy merchandise, you can do that also. If you donate $5, you get 1 entry. If you donate $10, you get 3 entries. If you donate $20, you get 10 entries. And if you go over there and you buy any of the participating items or combination of items over there, if you buy 1 set, you get 1 entry. 3 sets or 2 sets, you get 3 entries. And if you do 4 shirts, 4 sweatshirts, 4 hats, or a combination of 4 mugs and magnets or stuff like that, you will get 10 entries. So go on over. Once we get $620, which was this month's shortfall on the Pets and Vets program, we will give away that red dot site, although it's a green dot site. So go on over, get your entries. We already are about 2/3 of the way there. The first couple of days, we got 2/3 of the way there, but then things really dried up and slowed up. I think we only, in the last 2 days, have only made $35 more towards it. So if you want to get entered and you want to give it away as soon as possible, and you want to get yourself some merch at a discount, go over there, help support the channel while we're suspended. We desperately need it. There, I got it done that time. It made sort of sense. I need to start writing these things out. William Sharber said, here is something for the pets who have vets. Where can you get custom Vertec grips for the Beretta 92X Compact? That question doesn't make any sense. Is there a compact Vertex? I've never seen a compact Vertex, so how would you get custom grips for it? I don't think there is a 92 compact Vertex, is there? Let me look it up. D2 compact the 92X, I guess. Do they make a 92X in? Yeah, they make a 92X in. That's the 92X has the Vertex grip. They don't call it the Vertex grip, but it's the same thing. Well, I don't know who makes them. I would bet Lock Grips or someone does. Let's see. 92X compact grips. Lock Grips makes them. They only have two options, though. Compact and checkered. Do they come in different colors? Yeah, they come in different colors. You can get them in green or a bright zombie green. Oh, that's kind of cool. A bright zombie green. Blue, military green. You can get, orange and black, green and black. So Lock Grips is one option. That's where I'd go probably if it's me. I like Lock Grips. VZ makes some. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The VZ ones look nice. VZ always makes nice grips. So I think I like the Lock ones a little better, though, because I like the colors. But yeah, that's where I'd go. I'd go over to Lock Grips or VZ Grips and pick me up some. Gina O'Melia just chimed in and said she got a grip drawing entry. I think she's already on the grip drawing list. Yeah, she was the second person, but she's got another one now. That's 4 people on the next grip giveaway. We need 6 more. All right, I think that catches us up. The only 92X grips I could find were VZ. Well, why would you, Lock would be the ones I would look for. Lock's got a lot of nice colors. I know they're a little bit cheaper than the VZ. I think like $10 cheaper. Let me get over here and make sure I'm caught up on everything. Boom. It's almost 6:30 and I want to get on the treadmill. I got my blood work back today. My A1C is down, which is good. All right. All right. It looks like that's going to do it. Let me see if we got anything over here. The military is looking at upping 556 pressure using the new case metal material. How long until we see some sort of 9mm super pressure round? Will it give it enough power? I don't think we will see some sort of 9mm super pressure round. No more so than the 9mm plus P plus. I think that's it. I don't think that's all that came in. Yep, that's it. So like I said, everybody going over, if you want to help the channel, there's only 61 people here right now. So that's why we don't got a lot of chatting going on today. But feel free, go over, get your entries into, we didn't do, well, we don't got enough to do any types of drawings other than the patch drawing. I need to do the patch drawing. I don't know if I did one last night or not, but I need to do the patch drawing. There's only a couple of people entered. Let me go ahead and go over here and get the names for the patch drawing before we get out of here. You get to choose a posse patch, or you get to be an official corporal in the TYMP K9 unit. 1, 2. Don't get anything for that. Don't get anything for that. 3, 4. Oh, Edgar Cortez doesn't want to be involved. So it's 1 through 3. I got to do a number, random number 1 through 3. Random number generator. That's how bad things have been lately. 1 through 3. generate 2. So it's right in the middle. So that's going to be William Sharber is the patch winner. So William Sharber, send me a link or an email, says patch winner in the subject line. Then tell me what patch you want. It cost me more on patches today than we made on Super Chat. So go ahead and send me that email and let me know which one of the 2 patches you want and give me your name and your address. But I guess that's going to do it for us today. I want to thank everybody for coming. I appreciate it. I will see everybody again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe till I see you again.